All right, folks, you are looking down in a well. This is a 6-inch well, and we are using a homemade 4-inch PVC baler bucket, and I'll pull it out and show you. Let's go down to the water. All right, let's bring her back up. All right, folks, back in a different position. Oh yeah, you can see pretty good there. Let's see. This is what I call the toilet flap baler bucket. I do have a video on how to make this baler bucket. Whew, I am out of breath. It's made out of a toilet flap, and you can go back. I don't know, I made it about a year ago, but you can go back and see how to make it. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. It's simply some nuts and bolts and a piece of rubber. Piece of 4-inch PVC and an end cap. Got the nylon rope. And that's it. So go back and watch that video if you're interested in making it now. You should make these before you need them. You don't need to wait until you need these. You need to make them now. Stuff is cheap. They're simple to make. Have them set and ready. That is, if you have a well. Maybe your neighbor has a well. All right, so we got another one. This one here, it's a little bit big. A little bit big. I like it. This one here is a little smaller. It's about 3.5. That's about 4.5 feet. Same thing, 4-inch. This is a check valve. Now, I haven't done a video on how to make one with a check valve, but this is a check valve, and I simply took the check valve apart right here. I took the spring out, threw it in the trash, and put it back together. That's it. That's all I did. Put this down there. It sucks up the water just like the other one. Fills up. Okay, so I did that with the spring. I drilled a hole in the end cap. Got me a male threaded end. You can use whatever, a male threaded end. Depending on, the size, depends on the size of the check valve. Male threaded in and simply screwed it on there. Screwed it right on. I put epoxy around there to keep it from leaking, but it works awesome. Alright, so let's untie this and let's use the check valve. The check valve 4-inch PVC baler bucket. Now, I actually lost one of these down in that hole a couple of years ago. Didn't have it tied good. But it's a 325 foot deep well. Water level is, normally that water level is at about 60 feet. But I'm going to tell you, it feels like it's closer to 80, 90 feet right now, which is very unusual. We've had a good bit of rain, not a ton, but a pretty good bit. Where are we at here? All right, folks. We may be at 60. Just dripping just a little. That's it. Make those baler buckets now. Don't wait until you have some sort of crisis and need it. Make them now. Set them off to the side. These here are years old. This one behind me, the toilet flat baler bucket, it's a year or so old, but this other one is very old. Anyway, that's it, folks. Let's check it out. Let's see. Sorry about the movement. Oh. Can you see down there? See, it's just a piece of rubber with a couple of washers and a bolt and a nut. Super simple. That holds the flap, the piece of rubber, in place. You know, the holes are to fill up with water, of course. They're to fill it up with water. Whew. That's it, I'm hot. It's hot out here. Hot, hot, hot. Now, see, we used to be hooked up to this. All the electrical is shut off, but we used to be hooked up to it, and and I did it all myself. Of course, I didn't dig the well, but I put the pump in, did all that. And I'm telling you, They brought county water down the road. And 2 weeks after they brought it, well, when they were bringing it down the road, I said, yeah, go ahead and put me a meter out there. Well, 2 weeks after they put the meter in, I got home from work and the well pump was shot or whatever. I don't know what happened. So I just simply used what I had, and I put a spigot right at the end of the water meter and got a wash machine hose because it has the female end on it, screwed it on there. It has a female end on both ends. So I screwed one end on the spigot, the other to the water hose, and my water hose was hooked up to the spigot on the house, turned it on, boom, had water instantly. And it actually stayed like that for a year and a half. I had to put straw all over the hose in the winter time to keep it from freezing. But anyway, that's it, folks. Don't wait until you need those baler buckets. They're so simple to make. And you can make it, you don't have to use this design. Just think of something else. Just whatever you want. But this will give you an idea of what you can do. And if your well's not a 6, I think they call this a 6 1/4 inch well. And so if it's not that big, of course, or if it's bigger, you can use a bigger baler bucket or a smaller baler bucket, whatever. Anyway, that is it. Whew, hot, folks. I mean, it is so humid. Look, just drenched. Constant. This past week was constantly just soaked all day long. Oh, mercy. Anyway, folks, we'll see. I got her working over there. Look, she is working. I keep her working. Got to keep her busy or she gets in